I always thought I'd recognize the signs of cheating. Late nights, hidden texts, excuses that don't add up. And for weeks, my husband Michael had all of them. He started coming home later than usual, claiming work emergencies. His phone was glued to him, even taking it into the shower, which he'd never done before. He stopped talking to me, stopped making eye contact, stopped being present. I convinced myself he was seeing someone. One night, when he said he had to work late again, something in me snapped. I grabbed my keys and drove to his office. But he wasn't there. His entire building was dark. That's when I saw him. Across the street, Michael was walking out of a coffee shop, wearing different clothes than he left the house in. He looked like another man entirely, clean-shaven, hairstyled, a different jacket, different shoes. He even stood differently, straighter, more confident. I followed him at a distance, heart pounding. He walked into a quiet neighborhood I'd never been to before and unlocked the door to a small townhouse. A woman stepped out to greet him, not romantically, but like she expected him. She said, "Welcome home, David, David." He kissed her on the forehead the way he used to kiss me. My breath disappeared. I wasn't watching my husband cheat. I was watching him live an entirely different life. I hid behind a parked car, watching him step into a place that was clearly his. There were men's shoes at the door, coats, a framed picture of him and the woman smiling, and then I heard it. A child's voice shouting, "Daddy?" A little girl ran into his arms. My husband, my Michael, had a second family. I stood there in the cold, frozen, trying to understand how any of this could be real. He didn't notice me. He didn't even glance in my direction. He stayed inside that house for hours. When he finally left around midnight, slipping back into his Michael clothes, I drove home in silence. The next morning, I confronted him. "Who is David?" I asked. He looked like he'd been struck. For a moment, he wasn't Michael or David. He was just a man whose lies had run out of road. He sat down slowly and covered his face. "I was trying to fix everything," he whispered. "I made one mistake years ago, and I kept trying to clean it up without losing you." He told me the story, how he had a brief relationship before we met, how he didn't know about the child until after we were married. How he panicked, how he built two lives instead of risking losing one. Every word made my chest feel tighter. "You didn't cheat on me with another woman," I said. "You cheated on me with an entire identity." He didn't deny it. He just cried. We separated that week. Not because he loved someone else, he claimed he didn't. Not because he lied once, but because he'd been living a lie every single day. The truth wasn't another woman. The truth was that my husband wasn't who I thought he was and maybe never had been. Sometimes betrayal isn't romantic. Sometimes it's deeper, quieter, and far more devastating.